Namaste friends. Yesterday I discussed about the Kerala story and something about our cultures, and today I am going to discuss about the culture importance, whatever we have in our cultures, and what is the scientific uh, importance of all these things. For example, if you take the tree of peoples, generally it is said that peoples give the more oxygens, which is good for us, and we take the oxygens, and oxygen is just base of our life. You just consider that, you just think that how it is valuable this tree is. In our cultures, people worship the people tree, and there's another tree like tulsi, and so many things. I know only about the peoples and tulsi, and peoples bring the tulsi in the homes. They plant there in between the house, and just worship that, and this is also good for our health, and we use the leaves, and there's so many things, and these branches to make some medicines, and which is good for our health, and we utilize all these things. And I'm talking about the peoples. Generally we uh, worship people's trees, and we offer the water to this tree, and which is good for our atmosphere, because generally it happens that if we offer the water to these trees, then definitely if they grow up, then these trees definitely we give us oxygens, and oxygen is just base of our life, as I have already told to you. And uh, and another benefit is that if we just worship the trees, then definitely it is our religious concept that if we worship these trees, then definitely we cannot cut these trees, because it is our these are our like god, so we cannot cut this. And with this logic, we definitely worship and we cannot cut, so it will help us on social improvement, and increase the awareness among the peoples, and people will understand, and they will also not cut these trees, and which is good. And we can make our atmosphere cold, and with there, and which is completely full of the oxygens, and we cannot face problems belongs to lungs or any diseases which belongs to lungs, and this is good for us. And another thing that I want to talk, that this is a culture that we worship the stone, but that is not a stone, that is our just emotion, that is our uh, feelings that we have for the gods, and which whenever we go any temples, we see that idol, and this is the idol of gods and goddess, which just remind us that how we can recall them, how we are connected to them. And when we see this type of idols, which we become completely confident, we have feelings of respect and love for these idols. For example, if you are seeing the idols of Bajrang Bali, at that time you feel that you are also confident, you are also as powerful. You are just getting something from that idols, and which is good. And for example, if you are going any another temple, and you are getting actually you get when you just offer some things, at that time you feel that you are there is some positive energy inside your body, and you are going to utilize this. For example, if I am going for examination, at that time if any temples comes, it is very obvious things. I will be just bow down, in front of that temples, and after that we feel that I have energy, and definitely God will help me in the examinations or whatever work we are going to do. Definitely we feel that definitely God is just with us. Yeah, we know that God is everywhere, but these type of things always help us to remember those things. For example, if you want to study tomorrow, at that time you can wake up, but generally it happens that if you have a clock, or these things which will remind you to tomorrow, and you will wake up that. I think this is just reminder to all of us. These things are reminders, and that is why our culture is so much great. And it is not only for humans. You can just imagine, if we are worshipping these idols, then why not human? We also worship the human like Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji, and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. There's so many great freedom fighters. We are also worshipping to all of them. So I think this is the thing, that our culture is completely strong. Our culture is permanent, which also joining our past to our futures, and in the present we are doing hard work to just make the futures good, possible, and bright to all of us. And today I'm just discussing about these things. And one important thing is that generally in this time, in modern time, we don't believe in our culture. We generally say it's okay to just what was going on, just listen that and do and enjoy the atmosphere. I think this is not time to enjoy much, but this is time to just think. For example, climate change, a main issue in this modern world is changing, and people are thinking about how to solve these problems of climate change, and everyone have just some concern about this, and people are discussing their debate about these topics. I think this is time to just contribute for us, and it can possible if we just read something about this. And seriously, I don't know much more thing about the climate change. What is this? I know simple definition. I think it is important to know all about these things, because in this time we are focusing on our growth in our career. But I think if we don't have good atmosphere, a good nation having good climate, I think we cannot grow up in that atmosphere, and definitely that creates a lot of health issues, and which will be bad for us, and we will be in the hospitals every time. So that will not be good for us, and health is also issues. So these things I discussed today, and tomorrow I will try to discuss on the health. So thank you, friends. Thank you.